Hello, my name's Lesley Atherton, and this is a short piece of writing called Mindfulness. I see more, hear more, and feel more than usual, stuffed on the floor under the passenger seat of this clattering, battering, teeth-chattering truck. Had I not been in freezing and desperate fear, I should have appreciated the stimulation and the new experiences. My artistic masterpieces must begin somewhere, so all experiences matter. I try to smile at this stimulation through kidnap. Whatever next, my own ridiculous optimism should be funny, but I can't smile. My mind seeks clarity, my body charity. Please be nice, please be nice. Please just let me go. But the once chilled metal crate that traps me into place is now locked and covered and is warming now from my body's heat and my panicked breath. Both of these unintended activities are automatic and keeping me alive in this cramped and uncomfortable place of capture. For God's sake, he could have tied me to a mattress and covered me with a duvet, then thrown me into the back of the truck. At least then I'd have been stretched out warm and may even have slept. I have no phone or watch, as the man took them both, but even if I'd still had them, I wouldn't have been able to use them as my hands are tied. Thankfully, they're tied in front of me, and I'm grateful that the man who captured me was prepared to listen when I described my debilitating shoulder injury. Please tie me at the front. I think he liked the plea. You're begging me to tie you. Little Miss Submissive, aren't you? His comments hadn't warranted an answer, and he completed binding my wrists in front of my tummy, grinning in response to my tears and pained grimaces. He hadn't wanted an answer. That much was clear when he immediately wrapped my eyes and my mouth with gaffer tape, forcefully and fast. Now all I can think is how much pain I'm going to be in when he decides to take the tape off. It will take all my soft black hair with it. He'll rip out each follicle as slowly as he can manage, enjoying my temporary alopecia. I'll even lose lashes and brows. That's if I'm lucky enough to have the tape removed. We've been travelling for what seems like ages, and suddenly we seem to be trundling over rails or tram lines. Are we going backwards and forwards over rails? It seems to be happening with a deafening regularity. Perhaps we're driving over cobbles. I'm so disoriented now. My only reality is the inside of this crate to which I feel welded, and I know my skin will be imprinted like beige gingham with the crate's pattern of tiny grids. No, it's definitely not cobbles. I listen further and I know we're driving over tram lines. That metal on metal skidding and clinking, and the shouts and screams of kids and parents, the music from the outside. My ears hurt, my eyes hurt, my stomach hurts. But I know where we are. I'd been counting from 1 to 60 over and over again since I was bundled into the truck. I know where we started from, and I know that we had been on the motorway. The tarmac is smooth and the journey comparatively unjuddery. I made my calculations as we travelled. We're on the coast. I can hear the gulls and the clanging of trams, and as I hear the laughing policemen, the clink of arcades, the clip-clop of the waggoned-up horses walking, the cars and the screams from the rides, I narrow it down further. We're in Blackpool. It is apparently one of the unhealthiest places in the country, and a centre for drug abuse and alcoholism. What I wouldn't give for a bottle of vodka now. I'd drink half, then smack the heavy bottle right into the man's foul face. The man had leered at and beard-up sneered at me. Standing over me in his contrivance of power and dominance, he also looked down my top. Take my photograph, he demanded, and I obeyed his command. I had learned within moments of meeting him always to do as he demanded, as I knew if I didn't, the circumstances of my life would grow still worse. Could they be worse? Oh, yes, they could. At least I can hear where I am now, and little Miss Positive can pretend that she is being treated to a weekend away. I know that mindfulness is usually the way to go for stress relief, but I don't want to live in this moment. I want to live in a series of fantasy moments reflecting a debauched weekend by the sea. Who knows which moment will be my last? Whichever it is, I want it to be a good one. I hear that the track has indicated to turn, and we veer to the left. The noise outside has quietened now, and I barely noticed the change, so deep was I entrenched in my pretend holiday. The engine stops. The driver's door opens. and I hear footsteps on gravel. There are no other noises, so wherever we are is not within a populated area. The passenger door opens and I'm dragged out by the man who gradually pulls the tape from round my eyes. "I want you to know what's happening," he said, his voice coarse and deep. "I want you to be aware, to be mindful. I want you to live in the moment." That's what he said as he dragged me across the gravel.